Welcome to the first video of a brand new series here on CodeEquestria. It's my Power Rangers Super Mega Force vlog. Now I will also be doing this for next year's season known as Dino Charge. No audio video clips from the show in question are being used, seeing that they belong to Tilly Entertainment and Saban Brands with love. With much, much love. Rate, subscribe, and comment if you're a Ranger fan. Welcome to the first of many vlogs about this season of Power Rangers, the 21st, but this will mark officially the 20th anniversary of the long-running series. This season is known as Power Rangers Super Mega Force. This acts like a sequel season to last year's Power Rangers Mega Force, kind of similar to what they did for Power Rangers Samurai about a year or two back. Super Samurai and started on a cliffhanger, and so does Super Mega Force. It picks up right directly after the ending of Mega Force, where it looks like the evil armada that was being signaled in to invade Earth has finally come. Rock's brother is now leading the charge for an earthly invasion, using many different robots at his disposal, including the new foot soldiers of the season, robots. It looks at first like the MegaForce team is overwhelmed. For those who don't know who the MegaForce team is, it's Troy, your Red Ranger, Gia, your Yellow Ranger, Emma, your Pink, Jake, your Blue, and now Jake, your Black, and now Green Rangers, and Noah's your Blue. They are mentored by Gosei, who happens to be the young upstart to Zordon, as explained in the original pilot for MegaForce. He quickly rallies the MegaForce team and introduces them to their Super MegaForce morphers, which, for a little bit of inside baseball, comes from a completely different Power Rangers Super Sentai season in Japan, known in English as Power Rangers Pirates. With these morphers, they can assume the many different forms of the previous 20 years of Power Rangers history, but only momentary. It's a hard mode to maintain. Plus, Jake's change in color from black to green is foreshadowed. It looks like we're going to get the proper 6th Ranger this season, and it's not Robo Knight. So, when the Super Mega Force end up attacking the Armada head on with their new Super Mega Force powers that give them super cutlasses and blunderbuss, which is actually accurate to the pirate motif. I found that surprisingly surprising and effective. Plus, the Rangers are adding a lot of style points with trading in weapons, doing flips in midair while firing, using their sabers in many different angles. This group is really turning it up a level in not only the visual effects, but what they can do in terms of the stunts, which is really impressive. But the main hook of the season is what they refer to as the legendary mode that I mentioned earlier, where the Rangers can switch in the previous season teams. The switches we saw in the pilot Super Mega Force happen to involve the Mystic Force Team Operation Overdrive, SPD, of course, Power Rangers Samurai, the season before a total Red Ranger switch up using the Red Rangers from Wild Force to Samurai to Operation Overdrive and others, and of course to Ninja Storm as well. Of course, the trailer showing these transformations was previously released on YouTube via the Power Rangers main channel. But it's nice to actually see the powers in perfect function. And to transform into each of these legendary modes, to even give a little bit of fan service, each of the team's proper morph code from that season is used as well. We also find out that the monsters don't like losing this season. The commander of the Armada, after taking his first defeat, immediately sends out another monster and another army to continue the press. But when that monster is defeated, then they go to the standard grow the monster big. Only this time the villains have actually gotten smart and have actually developed a weapon called the Maximizer to fully grow multiple monsters at once. No problem for the Super Mega Force though, seeing that they got a freaking pirate ship for a Megazord now. Known as the legendary Megazord, but let's call it what it is, the Pirate Megazord. This Megazord is probably the most agile Megazord in Power Rangers history, using 2 cutlasses for savers, and having a high level of agility, even doing backflips. The last Megazord that was this agile was the Ninja Storm Megazord, but even then it had to be in lightning mode to achieve this kind of speed. Its signature final attack happens to be a load of cannon blast and missiles activated by the legendary keys that are in the Rangers' belts. Of course, the Super Mega Force claimed their first victory of this young season, seeing that this season leads up to the ultimate team-up episode known as the Legendary War. There's a lot to look forward to this season for Power Rangers, and I, for one, that have seen every episode of Power Rangers ever, cannot wait for the team-up. I was pleasantly surprised and impressed by the merger of the 2 Sentais together into one story. Sure, continuing immediate continuity has not been something that Power Rangers has done in a very long time. Other than Super Samurai and, of course, the continuity is usually broken down into a separate theme every year. This is the first time where a theme has been carried on consecutively for a span of 3 years in a row. Kind of calling back to old Power Rangers seasons, how they were all linked. The acting has gotten better, although the catchphrase at the end of each victory, that's a Super Mega win, is still kind of overly cheesy to me and overly dramatic. It's not necessary. The Rangers are badass on their own, especially with the minutia of weapons now at their disposal. The only thing that saddens me though is with the legendary mode mode that also does not apply to their legendary Megazords. Now, could you imagine a Megazord with the combinations of different attacks like Time Force or SPD, or the defense and many options of a Wild Force or Ninja Storm Megazords? That would have made the legendary mode even more appealing, but it doesn't look like the legendary mode applies to the Megazords yet. That is one of my hopes though. But seeing that this is the 20th anniversary season, it's gotten off on a smashing start. And I hope the season continues to bring good joy to everyone, especially me. And I can't wait to see how their reactions to Super Mega Force's results translate into more problems as the Armada gets closer and it looks like more impatient. So, until next week, my fellow Rangers, this is Nirvana Sparkle saying find peace in your own Nirvana. And it's always morphin' time.